Hello everybody, this is Crow the Sandler fan once again, and I'm here to do another movie review. This time it'll be on the 2002 romantic comedy which stars, of course, my favorite actor and comedian Adam Sandler, and it also stars Winona Ryder, and that would be on Mr. Deeds. So the plot for Mr. Deeds is, it's about this old guy named Preston Blake who's hiking up the snowy mountain. But then Preston later unfortunately dies, and Preston's death starts to get viral on the news. So now this guy named Chuck Sidar, played by Peter Gallagher, now becomes the new CEO of Blake Enterprises. But he also has to go to Italy to find this guy named Longfellow Deeds, played by Adam Sandler, to let him know that his great-grandfather Preston Blake recently passed away, and he wants him to come at the Deeds mansion. And Longfellow Deeds is basically a happy-go-lucky guy in Italy who works at a pizzeria, and he's always friendly, and he says he said he'd be delighted to go to that Deeds mansion place. And later on in the movie, Longfellow Deeds befriends this butler played by Sean Turturro, and then Longfellow Deeds gets in a romantic relationship with this girl, which I forget what her name is, but she's of course played by Winona Ryder. And that's how I could say for Mr. Deeds. What I think of this movie? Well, you all know that I'm a big Adam Sandler fan. I really enjoyed Mr. Deeds. It was pretty good, heartwarming, and funny. Once again, Adam Sandler does a really great job as always. He did a great job playing Longfellow Deeds. And Longfellow Deeds was a pretty likable character. And Winona Ryder did pretty good too. And Sean Turturro is also in this movie. He, like I said, he plays the butler that Mr. Deeds becomes friends with. And I gotta say, the butler was really hilarious. I especially like that one hilarious scene where Mr. Deeds wants the butler to whack his foot, and the butler starts whacking Deeds' foot multiple times until it suddenly started to hurt Deeds, when it caused Deeds to scream, "Ah, you're sick, man, you're sick. Why would you do this?" Nah, I'm just kidding with you. That line was really hilarious, and even that scene was hilarious too. I also like that one funny scene where Mr. Deeds and everyone else at the mansion was shouting with their echoing voices. That was a pretty funny scene. And I also like the part where Mr. Deeds was drinking that sherry fountain, and sherry is a delicious drink, to tell you all the truth. And I also like the scene where Mr. Deeds sees this girl played by Winona Ryder getting mobbed by this one burglar guy, and Deeds starts to beat this burglar guy up for attempting to mug her. That scene was really good. I say Deeds was kind of a hero when he saved that girl's life. And yeah, there's pretty much nothing else I could say about Mr. Deeds. It's a pretty good and funny movie. Although there are only two characters I did not like in the movie. That being Chuck Sidar and this anchorman and this anchorman guy who basically reports on Mr. Deeds' antics. I wasn't really a fan of Chuck Sidar, and I didn't think Peter Gallagher didn't do a good job in Mr. Deeds. But I'm sure Peter Gallagher does good in other stuff. I just didn't think Chuck was a pretty good guy, and I'm glad in the ending Chuck gets fired and gets taken away by security guards. He honestly deserved it. Not to mention, another reason why I didn't like Chuck Sidar is that he's just a heartless guy. And I didn't even like the scene where Chuck was being rude to this butler. And that other character, which is that anchorman guy named Mac McGrath, played by Jared Harris. I wasn't really a fan of Mac. I thought Mac McGrath was a mean-spirited character too. I didn't even like the scene where Mac McGrath made a news report, an out of context news report, I should say, where Mr. Deeds was throwing cats out of the apartment, basically killing them, when he actually did not kill the cats. He was rescuing the cats. Yeah, I didn't... Sorry for the background noise, that's just my dog barking, you can just ignore it. But yeah, I didn't really like Mac McGrath. He was just nothing but a mean-spirited character. Although I do like Jared Harris, not gonna lie. I just didn't think Jared Harris didn't do a good job playing Mac McGrath and Mr. Deeds. But I did like Jared Harris in the Box Trolls. I thought Jared Harris was way better in the Box Trolls as he was in Mr. Deeds. But I digress. Overall, Mr. Deeds is a good and funny movie from 2002. To any of you who haven't seen Mr. Deeds yet, I totally recommend it. It's a really good and funny, emotional movie. I mean, if you're a fan of Adam Sandler, you'll definitely enjoy Mr. Deeds. So overall, for my final rating of Mr. Deeds, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 stars. It's a really good and funny film from 2002. So I hope you all enjoyed my review on Mr. Deeds. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is me saying, peace out.